All right, hello. What we're going to be doing today, chat, which we haven't done yet with Vanguard. We've done a bunch of this in Warzone, but I don't know how many people in the Call of Duty, like, you know, pro Call of Duty world know about this. Basically, my Discord has a section, if you're a member of the Discord, like if you're a crowd, like a member of the crowd. If you go to like Crowder's COD Camp, there's Warzone and Vanguard. I haven't really been doing Warzone too much because I haven't been playing Warzone too much. But Vanguard with like rank play and stuff, basically there's a way to submit like, you know, your gameplay to have a chance to be reviewed. Like it's not a guarantee that I do it just because sometimes I'm busy and shit, but I try and get to that as many as I can. Like in Warzone, I was doing a pretty good job at them. But basically you submit like, you know, you submit like by following like these directions here, which is just your VOD, which is the best possible YouTube video or Twitch VOD with communication, audio, and all that stuff. COD tracker, Activision ID, current elo, strengths, weaknesses, what you want to improve on, socials, and all this other stuff. And then you submit them, and we have 1, 2. So we're gonna do the first one, and then Oryx, you're gonna do. I'll probably do yours tomorrow. And then basically what we're gonna do is just answer the questions and try and help out. Sometimes these reviews might not even help a lot because it's only me watching like 1 or 2 games of yours and then going. I'll do my best to help out. Sometimes it will be good, sometimes it won't. Yeah, I'll do my best to help some of you guys out and all this stuff. So the first one is Royce, and Tucker put it in for him. This is the YouTube video. His SR is 2072. Activision is right here. Strengths, communication, positioning, and selfless. Hopes to improve on kills, off rotation, spawns, and better timing. All right, so we'll work on that. So kills, off rotation, spawns, and better timing. That's what we're going to try and look at. All right, let's go. All right, so basically you said, again, I have it on the side screen here, you want to improve on kills off rotation and spawn. So basically spawn killing and rotational kills, and then better timing. And then you said that your best communication, positioning, and selflessness. Okay. I should probably ask what role you mainly run too. That should probably be a part of that sheet, because knowing the role that you mainly run probably helps. All right, you said more of a sub, but flex. Okay, that's good to know. That's just all I needed to really know.
Can I get some keys to victories here? Keys to victory?
Tucker on the analyst desk. Okay.
Points than the enemy team and reach 250 before they do.
Solid.
Chow, got me, Chow. Big win. Alright, 18 seconds left. I'm gonna rotate. I'm gonna try to pinch green. Alright, going
So this is good. What you're doing right now, task
I look
manager.
sus as fuck. Green, back green, back green, back green. Looks
So yeah, I was gonna say, like, for right now, like, you want to work on kills, spawns, and better timings and stuff. So like, you played that perfectly. So that you haven't played anything really wrong right now.
Top third dead. They're hold and top third.
Wrecked him.
I don't see him in point. He's near the mid side. He's near the middle side.
Let's see.
Gabi, I just said he's near the middle side.
One tank, last one, Royce.
Yeah, he ran away. He ran away.
2 more.
Who is drinking?
Yeah, who the fuck is that, dude? I'm losing full. Who is that?
I got naded off top.
Jesus.
Oh my God, bro. I was losing absolutely full right
So was I, Royce. So was I. Okay, I'm glad you addressed that, because I would have lost my mind if that was the entire VOD.
I'm gonna nade. I'm gonna nade. I'm gonna nade.
I thought you were pulling out an AR, dude.
Thank you. No,
I thought you were pulling out an AR.
Play back spawns. I'm gonna try to get back spawns.
Enemy has the hard point. Hard point is active.
Wow. Ring, one.
Guy came back. Guy came back.
All right, pull out an AR. Thank you. Running a sub on this map at the basic level and running an AR at this map on the basic level is two like pretty different play styles. You know what I mean? So like, it's very different if you're running a sub this entire map on how you want to play spawns and rotations compared to like when you have a AR. Obviously, there's a lot of similarities in it to it, but like, you know, being a sub, you're super limited, so you have to be like really, really smart. Do you lose this,
We gotta break. We gotta break.
Royce, or no? Is this like a close game?
Make them spawn back right. You can kill that guy old if we can. No mid.
Right now, I'm watching this through right now just to see. I'm not like really going crazy yet.
Hard point located.
They're already in next too. They're all weak.
So I was to say, like, this isn't like fully on you, Royce, but when it comes to you, like you said, like, you know, kills off rotation, spawns, and better timings and stuff, like,
Where's my help, bro?
your team specifically, like, this is super hard to critique. There's a lot of stuff that, like, you know, you can do on the same page as a team where you want to rotate late certain times, like sometimes you don't want to. But like when like in rank play, it's a lot different, right? Because rank play, you're not always playing with the same people, and it's like much different. So like your knowledge of the map is like way different on how you want to play. Like, do you want to flood through the hill? Do you want to pinch a lot? Like, that's very hard to like tell you what the right play is, because like who you're playing with. Like, you know, even like pro teams play hills differently. Like, not every pro team plays the same kind of hard point, you know. So like it really just depends on like how you like kind of want to play. But what I was gonna say is, like, right now you've been, I would probably say, I'd have to go back and like really look at it, but you've been on this kid's fucking hilarious that you keep killing, by the way. But that like you've been relatively slow to like most of these hills, which is like causing a lot of the kills on rotation, although those are pretty good. a lot of the kills on rotation / your timings to be a lot more tough because of the fact that like you're like just being beat to the spots that like you want to be at. And right now you didn't get scrap time of that P1, so now they're gonna be all over your fucking left side of the map. And on top of that, like really quick before we go like super far into this and like, you know, deep dive into it a little bit more to help you out. Like if I back it up, let me like back it up. I want to just see. So it's like right here when you died. So like, no, this just popped up. I'm sorry. That was my mistake. It's like right here. All right, I want to see something really quick. I want to see if I was wrong. Okay, so you do have scrap time. Here's what I'm saying. Like your guy on scrap time, like didn't like. This is what I mean. This is why like rank play is hard sometimes. Because you have to be like super aware. Even if you watch like some of the best pro players in the world, like, you know, play, your guy on scrap time ran backwards. And since he runs backwards, again, at a 2000 SR level, this is like something like super like, you know, going to be overlooked every single time. If you watch him run backwards, now you lose that scrap time. Even though that hill is not up, like there's 0 seconds on that hill, one of them could still be hitting the old time. Like that kid, whoever that is, should have held ring and either went down their steps to cut off what you're watching right here. Like he should have ran down these steps and like cut this off, or he should have held the old time and make sure no one hits ring to pinch, right? But since he doesn't do that, again, in rank play, that should just in team play, if you're team scrimming and like you're trying to get better, that shit should be communicated between teammates and being on the same page. So that's like low key your teammates' fault. But like if you're truly trying to like be like Mr. fucking do it all in ranked and like you're playing ranked play, especially at like a 2000 SR level, like if you really want to get like really good, you want to be in a sense like aware of like all your surroundings while playing. It's a lot easier said than done. But like you should have like watch. Notice this guy runs away.
One under.
You guys you should spawn up and know this guy's pinching. Like or have it like having it like a thought. Like right here, like you should have a thought that like there could be someone ring stairs. Like watch. Very like it's very little, but like this guy comes what around the ring. He comes left side, so he doesn't come. Yeah, he comes like on the left side by the steps and shit. Like
their ring entrance. That's
just super hard to know. But again, that's just something to keep an eye on. Or even if like, for example, even if like you're playing rank play with randoms and you're not like, you know, communicating, even if you just told your teammate off spawn, like, yo, we never got P1 control. We never got P1 control. Like that shit, like he could be pinching our steps. Again, at a 2000 SR level, that's like, you know, I'm super nitpicking that right now because why not? But yeah, like that, even like little things like that to pick up on are like huge, especially in rank play because you're trying to be Mr. Do It All because you can't trust your teammates sometimes. As unfortunate as that sounds, but okay. That's not like a big play of like what you were doing. That was just, oh, they're pissed off.
Ring dead.
But
fuck, bro, I need my SR.
These are good plays.
Why is our teammate not looking through fucking cliffside? God, dude. Left. One shot. I'm getting shot from cliff, dude. Where's our teammate at?
All right, I'm gonna start skipping forward through this a little bit, okay? All right, let's see.
Their tank weak. Wow, you got a good angle on me through the tank.
Top green. Still there.
Green weak.
Mid tank
Tank dead. Still green. Shouldering me. There we go. Green dead. Let's go. We're still in this.
Let's see. I'm gonna finish this and I'm gonna say like what I think. There's a couple things that I saw. Nothing too crazy to be honest. Like there's nothing like. Again, I've watched you play, Royce. Like I know I know your skill of Call of Duty, but.
Dude, I'm just just fly at it. Dude. We gotta fly at it. You gotta contest.
Oh shit.
Stun and nade.
Push out their side. Push out their side, man.
Watch mid, dude. I got this.
No. Oh.
Okay,
I will say one thing: the lack of aggression
there we go. All dead.
at this level of SR is really making me sad.
We went off this. Few seconds.
Not saying that, and like I'm not trying to be like a douche when I say that. So you dropped 42, 22 seconds, 53. All right. So listen, like I'll go back and give you like some advice in the sense of like, you know, this won't be like, you know, life-changing advice in my opinion, but I'll tell you like what I think. So basically what you were saying was like, you know, you want to work on like your kills, rotations, and spawns and all that stuff. There's a couple ways you can obviously play ranked, and this is super subjective to like, you know, who's on your team, who you're playing with, or like just how you kind of want to establish yourself as a player. And what I mean by that is just like, you know, you could be the player that pressures scrap time a lot and is like super aggressive. You can be the player that's super hill heavy that you'd obviously run at the hill a lot. And like, you know, depending on who you're playing with, that works. If you ever wanted to be like a complete perfect player one day, like, you know, you're obviously going to want to do a little bit of everything. Like there's going to be times where it's your turn to hit scrap, and there's going to be times like, you know, where it's your turn to rotate. In a perfect world, if you're playing with a team and you're trying to be the best team in the world, all 4 players are so in sync that they know when to rotate, they know when to hit scrap, et cetera, et cetera. But at the rank play level, that's not really what we're trying to talk about. So backing it up, so like you're saying, like you want to get better timings, kills off spawns, and spawn kills. Your spawn kills look decent. You mistimed a few of them, and I'll explain to you why. But like, you weren't pressuring hill like crazy, like at a crazy amount, which isn't the end of the world. But like when you pull out the AR is like kind of what I like where I noticed some of it. But like let's just like go back and like I can just try and skip forward again and just like try and find some of the stuff. So like even like here, like it's just like it's so tricky in this game, especially Vanguard being the way it is. Because like, so, you know, hitting scrap time and getting scrap time is really good if your team rotates. But if they don't rotate, then it's like, you know, so if you rotate and your team doesn't hit scrap time, then your rotation can be useless. So it just really depends on how you want to play. But if you're just like trying to focus on your individual gameplay and get like really important kills on the map, how much time is left right now? Like this was perfect. Like those, that right there was good, right? You're spawn killing, you're doing all this stuff. You have scrap time here. So here you're like, you're late to rotations, but you count the kills. You say like only 2 is going to be next and stuff. Here, I'm going to mute you a little bit here. So like here. Pretty sure it starts happening like 52 seconds, 49 seconds. Like look at like look at the times here. So like realistically speaking, there's 36 seconds left. I know you can't really see it right now. The rule of thumb in all of Call of Duty is like the 30-second rotational mark is like kind of where you want to start thinking about rotating. If you rotate at 30, you're usually the first one there. You're super early. Specifically, if you have a sub 2, you'll get there really fast. You can go at like 22. You can go at 15. It just all depends on like what hill and how you want to play it. But if you want to always like kind of guarantee yourself to be ahead of the game, like 30 to 25, if you rotate within those like time frames, you'll be usually at the new hill, and you know you'll be securing yourself like, you know, these kills of like rotation. So like watch. So 30 seconds right here. Look, you ready? There's 28 seconds left. You have time. Of course, you can hit the scrap time, secure the scrap time, and then go for P3, right? But if like you want to really actually focus on, you know, getting kills off rotations and spawns and better timings, those 3 kind of all go together. And what I mean by that is like if you rotate earlier and you get to a place earlier, you'll get kills on rotation, right? That's going to help you get kills on rotation because you're going to be in a better position. But like with that being said, that also helps your timings because your timings become much more natural because you're not the one getting caught sprinting anymore. Like the best players in the world have like the timer in their head, like a natural timer in their head where like, you know, players take routes and stuff, and you mistime the shit out of something at the end that I'll point out. Like here at like, you know, 28 seconds, this is where you face like an example here where you can rotate early. And if you rotate the ring right now, I'd probably put a good amount of money that you're the first one there. Like here, if you go left instead of right, like look what happens. You go right and you hit the scrap time, which again is not a big deal because you're going to get this time. But now, hold up, sorry. You don't get this 20 seconds right now, and no one on your team really rotates either. So now you're probably not going to get this 15, or maybe you will, and now you have no ring control. And if you don't have ring control in this next P3, you're kind of fucked for the most part. Not always. So like, let's see. Like right there, you could have set yourself up to get into a really advantageous spot. And now, like, hitting scrap time is fine. If you try and rotate the rig now, you're probably going to die. So, like, now you kind of have to play through this whole till. Again, like, this is the situation that provokes bad timing. You have 5 seconds left, and you now have to run at anything that you run at. They're going to be locking it down. If it's, you know, the better players that you play, they're Masters and Challengers players, they're going to be all over you. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to get away with a lot of this shit, especially if you have a sub in your hand. So, like, right here, like, you're trying to go around and, like, look, like, you can get around the back here, which is still a good play. Like, you know, you snuck through behind enemy lines kind of thing. Better players probably won't let you get away with this. But even that, like, you only get that 1 kill, and you just notice how, like, confused you look. And, like, how you probably feel like your timings right there were just weird. Like, you didn't know where to go. You can't find anyone. Can't find anyone because, like, you could have been so ahead of this other team. And remember, this is all the style of play that you want to adapt. If you want to be like the smart player that wins a lot of rotational gunfights, like you're going to have to rely on your team to obviously get kills in the hill too. So like, it's not always going to win you games. But again, like just right here, like step number 1, you die right here with 30 seconds. Like, look, if you were to rotate left here at 28 and you go to ring, unless you get cut off middle, you're probably going to be able to go to ring. And the thing is, once you're top ring, you can either go down their stairs or push through to like one of those random rocks and like hold the new rotation. And then you'll be sitting in a corner. You'll be getting an easy timing. Timing will be in your favor. You'll be in an advantageous spot, and you'll probably get a kill or two to secure yourself that next P3 time. You know what I mean? Because skipping it forward now, go back to when you get like this Fugaze timing in the back, right? You're doing your best to do this. Once you die here, so what? You had a lead going to this hill. Then you guys break it. But again, like you guys break this, and honestly, kind of holding P3 from top ring control and like pinning them in the back is really good for like the, you know, the P4 kind of thing. Like you could have even had like, you know, a really good spot where you're holding top ring and holding P3 and then getting P4 by having the P4 spawns instead of having to try and flip. Like you constantly have to keep trying to flip. It's because you played from your, like you already started from playing behind. But now here, like let's watch this. Like even though this isn't like a similar situation because you're not really rotating here, like watch. You have a team behind you, and again, if your team's like flooding the hill behind you, like right here, I know you like you're holding the front, which isn't a bad play, but you have a teammate like right behind you. Realistically speaking, with 30 seconds again, I think there's 30 seconds right here. I can't fucking see. Yeah, like 32 seconds again. You don't really want these back spawns at P3 anymore, and you have a teammate behind you, and your teammates are spawning. They're gonna come like kind of probably fill a hill behind you too. You want to like push out low beach and start thinking of the new hill again. You know what I mean? Push out low beach, and then maybe if you need to pinch top ring and get some kills, you can. Or you push out low beach and low key, like start trying to flip for the new hill again. You know what I'm saying? Like rotation again. Like again, you want to get more rotational kills. Like rotational kills are all going to start around like that 30-second to 25-second mark. Like you probably would have died from low beach because there was a guy there, but even there, like you could have thought about like making a really clutch play that could obviously like flipped you again. Okay, moving forward again. So here again, like 32 seconds. All right, you die here at 32 seconds. Let's see what you do. So you're down 20 seconds here. 28. So again, like this is a really shitty rotation, but if you're trying to like, you know, play like textbook Call of Duty, if your team's plan is to hit this whole time and then like push out, that's your team's plan. But in rank play, like it depends on how you want to play this. If you want to try and get the new spawns, here's a perfect example of like rotating deep left and getting out, so you stop spawning back here for the next hill. You end up getting a lucky spawn, I'm pretty sure, at Cliff anyway, because this other team is obviously making mistakes. You're not playing like, you know, perfect Call of Duty players right now, so like there's gonna be a lot of mistakes to be had. Like you could have gotten out left there, and you don't. And realistically speaking, this cliff spawn, if this other team wasn't dumb as bricks, I don't know how they ended up letting this happen. You probably would have kept spawning back there and gotten spawn trapped until the point of like you just can't buy a kill. You know what I mean? Like it's like better players. Like you could have been viciously trapped back there if you didn't get out. So like there's two ways you could have played that. If again we're talking rotations, like you could have easily rotated there early again. But even here, like 10 seconds left, you're saying like rotate, rotate, rotate. Like you're going top boat here, you're a little bit late, so like your timings here are just wrong. Like you're a little bit late to go to top boat and you die. I know he's like kind of watching it from back there. You probably should have like, again, if you want like better timings, if you're ever late on a spot like this, like the propane spot right here where you can stand on the barrels and look through propane and actually help your teammate on the hill would have been a way better play. You went top boat. It would have been a good, the top boat play would have been better if you were early. If you spawned here around like 20 seconds left and you were a little bit earlier, you would have been able to do it. But with 7 seconds left, like getting on top boat would have been super risky either way, because you could have easily had someone pushing you out cliffside and shooting you in the back, pushing you out middle, being in boat because they could also spawn by ring and then like obviously got under you boat and shit. Like you're not really cutting off a lot with 7 seconds left because like you just got here way too late. Like again, like right now the other team is all either pushed up on you already or like, you know, rotating behind you. Like, so your timing again was just kind of wrong with like, you know, what you wanted to do it. You're playing like you're playing a super step behind in my opinion right now for what you're trying to do in ranked. Remember, this is ranked play we're talking about. They're not talking about like, you know, everything else. But again, here, watch this. Like 34 seconds left, let's see.
Point. He's right outside. There we go. I don't see top boat.
Remember when I said the lack of aggression is pissing me off? This is what I mean. I know he got naded and you die, but like again, like if you really want to be like super impactful in this game too, you have to be fast. And it sounds stupid, but like just giving you a very, very general tip. Again, this is so subjective to how each player and people want to play this. This is like general tips. This is not like specific to every team and stuff. Here again, you have about 28 seconds left. You get this kill. Watch. Go. Either the guy in the hill go or you go, and you push boat. And then you push boat and you try and get another kill off of spawn. You're talking about spawn kills. Go spawn kill them boat. Like you sitting here right now, like aiming boat. First of all, if a good player turns this corner, you're probably going to die. Just because most good players are going to be pre-aiming the living shit out of top green first and then go to the hill. Right here, you should try and get under boat and like take a risk of like pulling out your pistol, getting under boat and being annoying in boat again. It'll give you better timings. It'll give you better, like, you know, just opportunities of you catching those timings. Like if you watch some of the best players in the world, they take those risks and they always get those timings. Those timings aren't lucky. Like, you know, we talked about like Shotzzy and all these other guys that we were talking about it. Like those guys don't get lucky when they do it. They just take risks because they know like right here is probably a gap where if they get in the boat, they can cause fucking hell. Again, around that 30-second mark, like you could have done it. This is kind of like the ring play. You can't really rotate to the right because you're already too slow and like that wouldn't make sense. But push through here. Just like that ring play when it was on that P3 and when I said you could have probably pushed low beach and tried to start making a play. Here, it's the same thing. You could have tried to push boat, and if you don't, for some reason, don't get any spawn kills on boat or some shit, you can pinch their side ring and perform a break. You know what I mean? But here, like, you're just standing around, and now he gets naded, so you get under the time, but like, low key, imagine if you were bottom boat when he got naded right now. You can then go back up the top boat, shoot the guy off the hill that's getting onto the hill, and then you can either come back and get the 10 seconds, or you can pinch around and perform a break. You know what I mean? Like, being in a more advantageous spot for yourself again. But instead, like, you end up getting on this, and now they're all over you again because you just took too long. And now, again, you're late on rotation here. And, like, it's like these fights right here this is what I was talking about that force you with bad timing. Like, your timings and your fights that you're going to take off a rotation, if these are what they're going to look like, you're always going to end up being into pretty tough spots. And this is, like, kind of like because you're just, like, kind of playing, like, slow. Obviously, having a teammate get the 3-piece with the Volk, the gun's not... with the Volk is helpful. But like that fight became possible because your teammate saved your ass, not because you played that right. You know what I mean? And that's going to happen. But if you want to play a more consistent game, like you can definitely be ahead of the curve a little bit more. But again, skipping forward to 30 seconds again, like right here, start thinking of the next hill with 30 seconds left. So like watch, what I mean by that is ready? 33 seconds left. They're spawning their side. You know this. Can't rotate across the map, across the middle without getting cut, right? Because you can't do that. You're not coming off spawn to rotate. This is kind of, again, like a similar situation to like what I was just telling you with that ring play and obviously that P5 play. Like right here, push out their side. Oh, drop down low cliff, aim at their fucking shortcut, and push. You see what I mean? Like that fight again, like that was just nice shots out of that kid, and it was probably headshot multiplier. If you were low left and you were pushing that and like working up that cut, you would have gotten that kill. You see what I mean? That's exactly what I'm talking about with that kind of stuff. Like you now, like you coming off spawn at the end, like 20 seconds left. You're not super late to this hill because this hill's not super heavy on rotations, but you're not early. So now you're probably going to meet someone right now at this timing. If you're playing against a good player, you'll either see someone cliff if you're playing someone really quick. And if you're not playing someone really quick, you're going to beat them like face on boat to boat, like head on boat, like in boat, right? Again, if you push through and you got that kill, your kills on rotation and spawn kills that you keep talking about, like, you know, in hopes to improve on your spawn kills, you're not giving yourself an opportunity to spawn kill because you're not pushing through the hill and going for the spawn kills. Like, you're having these opportunities, these gaps, and like you're not getting it. So like backing it up one more time to explain to you, I guess, like, you know, I rant when I do these a lot, so I'm sorry. Look at the kill feed. 1, 2, right? You got 2 kills. There's a guy in the hill. 3 kills, 4 kills. You just got 4 dead. You got 4 dead, and it's a 2.5 second, like, you know, you have like 2 seconds or whatever, like before they spawn up and shit. This is your gap where like the best players in the world, and you're talking about wanting up your timings, and this goes for anyone watching. This is like the mental timer that I was talking about that the best players in the world have. If you're mentally counting kills and like trying to keep your timings better, this is not luck. Like, you know that 4 of them are coming off spawn. 2 of them are probably already up, but those 2 are probably spawning like back tower area, like back green, back tower area. So you have probably a 1.5 second to 2 second gap before they get to anywhere near you. So like use that mental timer to push out the cut. Drop down to this rock and pre-aim short and catch him sprinting. Catch the guy sprinting into short. Don't let the guy pre-aim you around the short corner. And that's how you'll get those better timings, and that's how you'll get those kills off rotation, and that's also how you'll get those spawn kills too. Like here again, you just play this slow. You guys just got 4 kills waiting. You could have been all the way fucking back here. You know what I mean? Potentially. And being annoying and catching him sprinting. This guy you would have caught this guy sprinting right to this cut, guarantee you. Especially at this SR level, being around 2,000. You would have fucking smoked this idiot. But instead, you take a fight that's like low-key kind of predictable. Again, you don't have to run into their spawn and like flip them yourselves, you know what I mean? But like you can easily be more annoying on those kills. And then like look, 30 seconds left again. Watch this. 27 seconds left, you spawn up. If you go right side right now and you eliminate cliff and boat in middle, like by holding an angle where you can like watch all 3 of those, which is possible, you know that. You can hold a rotation for your team, right? If you rotate and everyone else hits scrap time, you're chilling. If you want to be this guy in rank play. Like look, you hit the scrap time again. Your teammate hits middle. He's middle. He's not right side right now. He's middle. Also a bad play out of your teammate. Now look,
Okay.
this guy gets through, you're going to get flipped. And like those are the plays right there that, again, a good team is not going to let you, like, you know, live that down. And then you're going to get screwed again. If you did that 10 seconds earlier, you would have caught him sprinting into you. You see what I mean? AKA you would have had a better timing, better kill on rotation, etc. Now you spawn all the way out. Now you have to hope to God that your teammates go big while you spawn all the way out. These guys also have no idea what spawns are, so they don't realize you spawn behind them either. But it's just the point. Like, you're like 5-6 seconds behind these rotations where you could be catching people literally sprinting, but you're the one sprinting back like that. You know what I mean? This is a close game, and now you really can't rotate because you also just can't let them win the game here. So this is a little bit different. 20 seconds left. Like, again, now you're late on rotation, so you might as well just get the scrap time. But here, like, look, you guys just got 2 kills, right? No, I'm sorry. Now you have 3. 3 kills again. Like, look.
Turn around. Never mind. Don't turn around.
See, like, you're chasing that kill for no reason. Like, again, like, mental timer in your head when you're trying to go for spawn kills. The best spawn killers in the world, the people, like, are always going to be the ones, that fucking trap the living. Like, look, you got 1 kill on the feed right now. 1, right? 2. So there's 2 dead. 1's probably going to come off spawn here any second. Then you're looking for 2, right? 3 dead. Now you're looking for 1, and 1 just came off spawn. So 1's going to be close, most likely, and 1's coming off spawn.
Turn around.
There's your guy off spawn, probably, right? Most likely, around there. Which now knows that there's 2 coming off. Now there's 2 more that you just killed that are going to be behind him. Either coming right here, or through there, or following him up. So you see this guy, and you get excited because you're like, yo, I see one. I'm going to go kill him. Then you get shot in the back because you missed time to spawn. My point being here is that if you count the kills again, stay behind this tank for a second. Wait. You see 1. Now look for the other 2. Get a kill or 2 if you can, and then go fight this guy. And you actually know he's there, so you're going to catch him off guard. You know what I mean? Like, you get excited here, but like if you're mentally timing the people off spawn, again, this is so much easier said than done. This is some of the hardest shit that you can do in Call of Duty. Again, the best spawn killers in the world, like, you don't go for that guy. Maybe you shoot at him right here, potentially, but you don't go to kill that guy because you know that there's 2 coming off spawn behind you. And you know that he's really far, so you just call him out. He crossed deep. He is so far away from P1, this guy does not fucking matter. He's out of the play. Kill 2 people that are coming towards the middle of the pinch and shit, and then you go to kill him. You could kill someone red tower. If you were to wait right here and aim at this red tower, you can kill 1 guy at red tower. Hopefully the other guy just, like, isn't near you. And then you can go to first cut right here and probably cut this guy off running into the hill. You know what I mean? Like, this fight could happen at 5-6 seconds from now. But this fight that's about to happen has to happen now. You know what I mean? For this next fight to happen. You're not killing this guy. But you mistime the shit out of this, and then you get shot in the back by this guy. If you just aimed here at the tank and waited, you probably would have catch this idiot sprinting, killed him, jumped out first cut, and had a like a one-on-one gunfight for a 2-piece. Again, mentally timing your spawns. So, like, I'm gonna end it there for you, but like that's like the biggest thing I would say for you. So like just watching this alone, and this goes for like a lot of the maps and stuff too. Again, like these are very basic rules. It's not like life-changing where it's gonna, you know, like there's obviously a lot of stuff that you can probably work on. When you're going for, if you're trying to get kills on rotations, what you were saying, and like you have to be earlier. You just have to be earlier. If you want to be getting more kills on rotations, you have to be earlier than you are. You're just way too late. If you want to get better at spawn killing, the things that I would tell you is start pushing through the hill more and like actually going for the spawn kills. What, like, you know, and then like pair that up with the mentally timing shit that I'm telling you, and it will help you out a lot. Try and work on counting your kills in your head, like, yo, 2 dead, there's 2 off spawn. All right, now there's those guys are up, like kind of doing that, and then like do that while being aggressive on their spawn. And if once you start getting better at that and like you have more reps, you'll probably catch yourself like timing spawn plays really, really good, and like, or better than you have been, and it'll probably help you out. And then when it comes to better timings in general, everything I just told you all gives you better timings. Your mental timer gives you better timings because you know where people are more, or like you're predicting them more. And then being earlier on rotation will give you better timings because of the fact that you're there first, so you're not the one sprinting. But yeah, that about wraps it up for you. Hopefully this helps. This will be on YouTube, Royce, so you can always go back and watch this. And obviously you're in my chat every day, so if you ever have more questions or another video you want me to watch, then let me know. We can do it. Just don't forget you're playing Vanguard, so this shit is whack. Yeah, that's just not true. Like, obviously Vanguard is, what's it called? Vanguard is obviously not the most perfect game. There is a science. There's always a science to everything. Like, especially what I just watched. Like he could easily be 20% better if he's just being smarter. That's just that's just the worst mindset you can ever have. Yeah, whatever you do, just don't adapt that mindset. Again, it's annoying, but if that's how you think, then you already failed before you even started.